Well, besides the lack of making videos, there has been other things progressively getting done here on the farm, and one of those is this 4630 engine overhaul. And for those of you who watched my videos and also follow me on a regular basis, this has been an ongoing project here. We're moving along with it now. We came to the conclusion that probably the number one problem was injectors and injection pump, and then number two problem was there were some pitting and other issues with liners. Injectors have been taken to the shop. Hello, kitty. Injectors have been taken to the shop. They were running about 3,300 pounds pressure on a couple of them, maybe 3,500. That's just a little bit out of specs. I think it's 3,800 psi on those. The spray pattern looked fine, but there's shims in them that they re-shimmed them, so the pressure's back up on those. And the injectors are right here in the sack, all fresh, clean, rebuilt. And the injection pump's also in here. Underneath all this, right there, looks like a brand new pump. Almost $2,000 to have that entirely rebuilt. And for some reason, it says that 4630s notoriously have a bad hole in the pump. That's not to say that it was a 4630 causing the problem. It's probably to say that there was a bad run of pumps that just happened to go down the assembly line of this tractor. So that's all ready to go back on. The head is done, and as you probably just saw here, it's all nice and pretty and been surfaced. Valves are out of specs, new valves, everything was plain. Jugs went in good, and we had the rods resized, which is just good policy when you're doing stuff like this because they do go out around. The oil pan's all back on, everything's torqued underneath. And so far it's working out quite well. The only confusing part that we had was the overhaul kit came with gaskets for the back of this pan, and we're going to call it the bell housing area, but the power shift, which is what this tractor is, doesn't use a gasket in there. It's only for the quad range. But thank you to the guy at John Deere straightening that out. Snout tank is off. Fuel tank there looks good. And there's new exhaust manifolds. The ones that were on there are pre-pitted, so they're not going to go back on. And I think we need to get the new elbow too, which isn't a big deal. I think it's about 40 bucks on eBay. Slowly making progress. Hopefully in a few days we can tape the recording of this thing starting up. So that's good. Like a weird shadow or something here in these windows that keep reflecting. What the hell? That 4450 got awful big. Huh, weird. What is that? Oh, it is a 4850. So the 4450 went and grew up a little bit, became a 4850. This is a 83 4850. The other one was 83 4450. Why I ended up with 83s, I don't know. I prefer to have the later years ones, but I was able to sell that 4450 for almost $47,000. There's a couple dollars off that, and purchased this one for around $31,000. This tractor here is actually a 5,400 hour original tractor, and it's quite clean. Like I said, I gave about $31,000 for it. The guy had already put the LED lights in. A few interior things I'm going to do to it, and if I had the money, which I don't think I want to spend right now, I would step it up to 20.8 by 42 rears instead of the 18.442s, which you can go ahead and put the 20.8 42s on those rims. Like I said, I got a few interior things I'm going to do to it, and just some general stuff to clean up on it, but otherwise it looks quite good. It's a very clean tractor. I got it in, it was covered in salt, but getting all that cleaned up, and it looks good, I think, for its age. It's a good clean outfit, and this is why I hate pushing snow and you back in here and you gotta keep shoveling water out of your shop. But yeah, there isn't any of these older tractors that don't seem to leak a little bit, but by and large, this one's quite leak free, just I think due to the low hours. Early model doesn't have the drive shaft shield. I ordered that, and I ordered a step kit for it. Like I said, I got some interior stuff to do. Otherwise, I think I'll probably run it a while. When we bought the 4850, we went back and forth between the 48 and the 4450 then. Couldn't find a 4850 at that time. I'd looked at the 4955, which was way overpriced for what it was, and so I opted for the 4450, and it was convenient in the sense of 540 PTO, but it didn't have quite enough power for what I want to do, which was just pulling the mulch finisher, a few other things in the spring. So I was able to find the right buyer for it, and bada boom, bada bing, you know. Sell one for 47, buy this one for 31. That's a pretty good deal. Move up in power, shed 1,000 hours, and actually end up with a cleaner tractor in the end. There's a little scratch there. I need to maybe work out with some buffing compound. But you can see all the wires are really straight. You know, original engine's real good and straight. I get a new can of ether in there. Not that I use ether, just like to have everything nice and clean. And anyway, looks good. I got more 50 series weights if need be, but yeah, I thought it looks nice. Only thing is, I'm gonna use this on the disc mower this year, and we're changing our disc mower over to 1,000 PTO. That'll be a different video for you guys. Just a pulley change, but we're going to have it custom made. So, yep, I was able to get rid of one and buy a different one and actually save some money in the process. And for anybody that watches this channel and says, "Oh, this is your father's stuff," no, this is actually my tractor. There are some naysayers around this area here. This one's actually mine too. So, good fleet for me, you know, to start out with. Is actually full ownership on them. Not that I won't inherit the others someday, but I like to have some things in my name currently. This is yellowed out. I did order that light bar there too. Well, you can still get them. They're not very good, but everybody's just changing over to LEDs. I really like the looks of that factory 50 series light bar, so I'm just going to keep everything stock. These LEDs, you know, you really can't tell. Besides, you can see the little things in there. You really can't tell that they're not an original light. So I don't mind them. But anyway, good clean tractors. This one's soon to be running again, and a little paint work and a few other things. It's gonna be good to go. I need to replace this cover here real bad. The steps there, I'd like to buy the better actual John Deere steps, that Can-Am kit. I don't like how these Can-Ams attached to the frame. I like the John Deere's attached underneath here. I don't know if that'll be a problem if you put a loader or not. If it is, I'll have to go ahead and get rid of them. But anyway, there's some interior things in here, a couple of pieces I ordered. There are other kits like mirrors and stuff that'd be nice, these tractors, so I'm probably just not going to spend the money on that this year. You know, we're going to be in the active busy season with these machines before you know it, and I think I'm going to go ahead and run them a while and see what oil leaks present themselves and see what mechanical problems present themselves and get them all fixed up, and you know, just keep tinkering on them over the next year or two. So I will have a lot of videos to make over that time period, and by the end of 2020 we'll have two beautifully they won't really be restored, but they'll be beautiful tractors of their original condition, and they're both high horsepower tractors. They'll work out quite well for us. So this one's still planning on getting a 158 loader on it, but yeah, anyway, there you go. Oh, and yes, I did snag a factory joystick for the 4630 there. That mounts on the right-hand battery box. I was able to get that the other day. They've just had it tapped into the rear remotes. I'm gonna buy the block that separates the hydraulic valve body and then basically the power beyond, so that this will have continuous flow. so the loader doesn't tap the rear circuits. But anyway, I don't believe that these are available anymore. Or I've heard rumors that the 2 valves are and the 3 valves aren't, something like that. Regardless, I bought it for under half a new. It's good shape and doesn't seem to be leaking, so I'll get that put on there and have a nice nice joystick there. Got my spikes here, if you can imagine what I'm getting ready to build, and I gotta go down and get a trailer load of iron picked up that came in for me, so that's on the docket. Anyway, well, thanks for coming together. Anyway, please comment, rate, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Well, this looks good. That does not. This is getting ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm very happy about this stuff.